Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Chase here at Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Thank you so much for checking in. So today we have the 3 different boot offerings from Sidi. You've got the X-Power, which is the least expensive. Then you have the Atojo, and then you go up to the top, which is going to be the Crossfire III. And so today we're just going to go through and briefly cover the main differences between these as you work your way up in price, just to kind of help you understand, what are the differences and ultimately which Sidi boot is going to be best for you if you got your heart set on a pair of Sidis. Now, keep in mind, we do have product spotlights because today we are going to be pretty brief. So go watch the product spotlights to learn all the ins and outs of these, where we go into full detail if you want to learn all about that. So hopefully by the end of this, you have a good idea. Remember, if you have a pair of Sidi boots, we would love to know which set you have, what you like and dislike about those boots. And that's just going to help other riders out that are looking to pick up their next set. Now, to start out, we have the X-Power. Now, the X-Power is the newest option in the Sidi lineup, and price on this, you're gonna be right about $450. Now, real quick too, I wanna talk about fitment. So Sidis have always been known to be a little bit narrower fitting boot, and I would agree with that. I've ridden in the Atojos and the Crossfire IIIs, and yeah, they are a little on the narrow side. But what's nice though is that with the X-Power, and we'll talk more about this, it is the widest option of the Sidi boots. So if you have wide feet and you want a pair of Sidis, the toe box on these is going to be a little bit wider, and I'll talk about how they do that here in just a moment. But also remember, we have our fit guarantee. No matter what boot you buy, if you don't like how it fits, you can send it back to some brand new unused condition, and we'll give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange. Now with the X-Power, looking at it, you can see it's just a more simplified boot from Sidi. It doesn't have some of the flash that the Atojo and the Crossfire III have. Also, with the X-Power, the sole and the buckles are replaceable, but as we work our way up, you'll notice that the Atojo and the Crossfire III are gonna have more parts on these that are replaceable. So you could say a little bit more durability in that sense. But what's nice about the X-Power is that even though, at that $450 price point, you've got a hinged ankle, which allows for good flexibility. It's got great support for the ankle. What I like about all 3 of these is that they all hold the ankle in place really well. You have the same cam lock style buckles as the Atojo and the Crossfire III. One thing about the X-Power I will point out is that out of the box, it is a little bit stiffer than the other 2, so just be a little bit more patient. It's just gonna take a little bit more time to break in, but it will. Now with this, one big difference you're gonna notice with the X-Power is the sole. So the X-Power only comes with the TA Sole option, which stands for traditional application. With the Atojo and the Crossfire III, you notice that they have their SRS sole. Here's kind of the 3 main benefits or differences that'll maybe help you decide if you wanted to go with the TA Sole or the SRS. The TA Sole, when you look at the bottom here, and this could be more popular for off-road riders, is that you'll notice you've got a larger contact patch of that rubber sole compared to their SRS sole. So if you're planting your foot a lot on rocks and logs, you've got more rubber that's gonna be able to contact the ground. Also with that sole, it allows them to make the boot just a little bit wider. That's why I said that the X-Power does have the widest toe box. And also with the TA sole, they say that it gives just a little bit more feel on the foot pegs and the brake pedal. So those are kind of the main differences. But again, with the X-Power, $450, rock solid boot. Moving on from there, you have the Atojo. Now the Atojo only comes with the SRS sole, which stands for Sole Replacement System. But what's cool about this sole is that you can replace it right from your own home. So if you're hard on soles, if you replace them, maybe once or twice a year, you can just buy a replacement sole right from us. You can do it from your own house. With the TA sole, you can still replace it. You just have to take it to a shoe cobbler to do that. But a couple of the main differences looking at the Atojo. So one, with the hinge system. So instead of just having a single pivot hinge, they actually have a dual pivot system on the medial and lateral side. One of the main reasons for that was to help narrow down the ankle, especially the profile on the inside, just to get as much contact on the bike as possible. So when you're squeezing, you get a little bit more grip there. You have a 3 buckle design versus 4, so you have a larger Velcro flap up here on the top. But also another main difference too with the Atojo is when you look at the inside on the medial, remember how I talked about you getting more replaceable parts? Well, on the inside here, you also have this medial piece that is also replaceable. So if you wear that out, if maybe you have a Kickstarter bike and that's a part of the boot that you wear out, this is also replaceable along with that SRS sole. Now bumping up from there, you have the Crossfire III SRS. Now, sorry, let me mention also too, with the Atojo price on these, you're $550, so about a $100 price jump. And now with the Crossfire III, you're gonna go up to about $600. However, There is a Crossfire III that you can buy with the TA Sole option, which is the same price as the Atojo. So again, you kind of got to ask yourself, do you want the SRS sole or do you want that TA sole? But with the Crossfire III, looking at it, the fit on these with the SRS sole is going to be pretty much identical to the Atojo. I will point out, however, that with that TA sole in the Crossfire III, it does add just a little bit of width to the Crossfire III, something to remember. But if you're just looking for the most protective boot that Sidi offers, then the Crossfire III is going to be the route to take. And not because it's going to offer more support necessarily in the ankle area, but because looking at it, you can see with the shin plate and all that, it's just going to offer more hard plastic around the shin and on the back of the calf. So you're going to get the most impact protection with this. Another note too is that you're going to have more replaceable parts with the Crossfire III. That was kind of like the big highlight about this boot when it first came out, is that the shin plate, the calf area, on the medial and the lateral side, you have everything on this boot essentially is replaceable, including that SRS sole. So you're gonna get fantastic durability out of the Crossfire III for those reasons. One last thing I do wanna point out is coming from a rider here at Rocky Mountain that has ridden in the Atojos and the Crossfire IIIs a lot. He has pretty skinny legs, so this is something that we feel is worth pointing out. With the Atojo, or not, I may say with the Crossfire III, you have an adjustable shin plate. So if you have large calves and you're wearing a knee brace, you can actually adjust that shin plate to make it a little bit larger. Also, you notice that there's an internal gaiter on the Crossfire III, and it just closes up a little bit smaller than the Atojo. So for our rider here, what he talked about that he likes about the Crossfire III is that he can get a good seal around his calf with this. However, with the Atojo, he had a bit of a gap between his shin and the front of the boot that he wasn't that much of a fan of. So that is one little bit difference as far as the fit goes that you might want to take into consideration. But like I said, with the Crossfire III, they have the option for the TA sole, but if you're looking for the most protective boot that they offer with the most replaceable parts, that would be the route to take. And that's it. That is the lineup of boots from Sidi. Again, like today I said, we are pretty brief, so be sure to go watch those product spotlights to learn all the ins and outs. We also have ride reviews on these that you can also check out if you want to get more information. To grab your set today, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. We ship for free over 75 bucks. Remember, take advantage of that fit guarantee. And as always, if you like this video and you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and that way you'll always stay up to date. I'm Chase. We'll see you on the trails.